Family Matters, straight out of Philly. Somewhere in Philly is always a party. Hosted by your girl, Raina. Like, subscribe, share, get notified. Yes, y'all. Family Matters, right here in Philly.
And I am the last born daughter to Miss Ella Mae Boyd. My mother came to Philadelphia years ago, and her journey was a remarkable one. My mother literally went to work in New Jersey at the doctor's houses, who she always kept them clean and running, and our house was still run by the great lady because she made sure we were fed, educated, and loved, and not necessarily in that order. I'm going to collect myself, but I'm going to give the mic now to my sister, Earlene Boyd.
Hello, I am Earlene, known as Patty. I am Ella Mae's third child. Ella was a good girl. Okay, my mother, very, very good. No doubt. And I'm getting kind of teary, so I'm going to get this to.
Hello, this is Thomas. I'm Ella Mae's oldest and only son. And looking forward to this journey to the South to meet my extended family. Ella Mae would have been very proud of that because one of the things she really valued was family.
If somebody asked you to remember someone that great in your past, and when you look back down that hall and you see Ella Mae Boyd, 3 o'clock in the morning, going to catch the bus to New Jersey, going to catch the bus so she could take care of her family. My mother had a great impact on everyone in that community. We lived at 2nd and Vine, and it was the 6th district in the Philadelphia area. Being that in that district, there were foot police trolls, the cops. We call them the cops. They took care of whatever our needs were. They didn't ride in cars. They didn't come with baskets. They literally went to the fish market and bought food and came back, fed the children. She was tremendous because she made sure that we had everything we needed. There was no disparity in our home except Christmas. At Christmas time, as I remember it, we got a tree. We didn't have a room full of presents because it wasn't needed. And that's basically what we got. We got food, we got clothes, we got religion. We had things that we never thought of. We want to always and forever thank Ella Mae Boyd. She loved us.
We got what we needed.
Typical Ella Mae, she made a way out of nothing. She's very industrious, okay, and creative. Sometimes she'd make meals, and I don't even know what I was eating sometimes, but it was a meal.
So today we're here and we're going to thank our mother, and we're going to head to Sparta, Georgia. We're going to the reunion. She would be, wow, she would be so delighted at the fact that we were all coming together. It's her name to go to Sparta, Georgia. She had a hard, rough road getting from Sparta to Philadelphia, but when she did, we will always remember her signatures. Thank you.
Yes! Y'all did good. Y'all did good.
Thank you.
Y'all did good.
Okay.
Y'all did good. What is this?
She would mention that her family will visit her homeland where she was born, and to meet the extended family, she would really enjoy that.
I said she would be overjoyed, full of pleasure to know that we're going to where she was born and raised.
My mother would be saying, "Oh, Mom, can you believe it? We on our way to Georgia." And you are, Mom. You are in every backpack, every suitcase, and every heart that loves you. We're on our way.
Because of you, Mom, I am the person that I am today, and I consider myself to be a decent, honorable, and respectable person. And those are some of the qualities that you instilled in us, Mom. And I will be ever grateful for that. Thank you.
Because of you, you made me who I am to this day. And I thank you.
Because of you, once again, Mom, I am a go-getter. I am somebody, if you put me out there, you know it's going to get done. You gave us nothing but strength, pride, and a way to walk in your honor. You didn't allow us to step across the lines. You made sure that whatever we were doing was on the right side of the law. I will always appreciate you for what you gave me, and that was my own ability to find myself, to do right, to give love, and to give of yourself when necessary. Ella Mae Boyd, once again, we love you. But Ella had 4 kids. Her oldest daughter, Carolyn Mims, she was our boss also. And because of Carolyn was always my mother's right hand. We want to make sure you know we love you. We haven't forgotten you. You will always be the number 2 girl in the house. Thanks, Carolyn.
We'll always love you, Carolyn.
We'll always love you, Carol. I miss you.
Look at me with a soda in the
Yeah. I think you're right, man. But then I also I'll turn to Mom's cooking skills. Man, I used to love, and this is why I love to cook. I used to love to watch Mom cook. I mean, she did things from scratch.
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
And it always tastes good. Oh, yeah.
I tell you, man, I thought Mom was the greatest cook in the world until I tasted on Ella Mae's food.
That's what I'm saying. With those skills, man.
Man.
Oh, man. Well, look, I'm sure Thomas and Elaine them would be glad to hear that.
I used to like, whenever Mom would, honestly, Mom would she would visit, with Aunt Ella Mae. She'd put all of us on the bus and, we'd go with her. And times when Mom became pregnant and was in the hospital, we had to go stay with Aunt Ella Mae.
Oh, yeah.
We had to stay with Aunt Ella Mae.
See, that's what I mean about memories, man.
Yeah. Yeah, through several of her pregnancies, we stayed with Aunt Ella Mae, and that's where, we really learned to be very, very close, with our cousins.
With my cousins, yeah.
Yep, with our cousins, and it was just amazing to me just to watch the love between Mom and Aunt Ella Mae. Oh yeah. And how they would kid around and joke one another, and they had fun doing it, man. They had a lot of history, together.
Yes.
But I think that got us to be very close. With Aunt Ella Mae and Uncle Lewis.
Yes.
When I think about Mom, honestly, you got to also think about, Aunt Ella Mae.
Aunt Ella Mae.
She's my mother's oldest sister. And you can see the love there, even though they didn't have to call each other every day. But when they got together, they laughed a lot. I remember that her school. And she had a sense of humor. So that's what I remember most about Aunt Ella Mae.
What about that girl?
Oh, I try to make opening like that now for my class. She made the best opening. I think all of us did. and the fried fish.
One thing I always remember about my mom, family was always first. She was very attentive with family. We were her main priority. She was always there. She did, at one point, she worked various different jobs and positions, but as time got better and Grandpa secured a steady employment, she was able to be at a home mom. So basically, she was there for us. Every Sunday, she took us to church. We rode the bus. That was a very exciting thing because we got to ride the bus with her. That's when, at that point, she was a holiness. She went to the church at 22nd in Indiana, which was right around the corner from my sister's house. And we would ride the bus to the church, but we were lucky enough to get a ride home from Aunt Ella husband, Uncle Lewis. He would mostly bring us back home. My mother was not only our mother, but she was a mother to all, even our friends. She was very attentive, not only just with us, with them. Everyone looked up to my mom. You know, because everybody wasn't as gifted to have a mother that was more as hands-on. So they were always excited how my mom had her hands on everybody. And, you know, she would make it fun, you know. She wouldn't talk at you, she would talk to you.
When my mom and her siblings were growing up, they did a lot of farm work. And they were supposed to get paid to do that farm work. But my grandfather, in his infinite wisdom, would intercept the pay. And they would go to Mr. So-and-so and say, where's the pay? And they would say, oh, Henry already picked that up. Yeah. And of course, you know, they could not confront their father about picking up their pay. Now my mom said, Aunt Ella got smart and she left and went to stay with Aunt Nancy in Birmingham. And when she got older enough, she wrote to Aunt Nancy and asked could she come to Birmingham. And she said yes. Nancy was my grandfather's sister. So Aunt Nancy, our grandfather's sister. So Aunt Nancy allowed Mom and Aunt Ella May, they were there in Birmingham. Aunt Ella May got Mom a job at the wine factory where she was working, Simply Growing. And they were working there, I think they were in the laundry room or something like that. So then Aunt Ella May left and went to Philadelphia. And my mom, again, got a hold of Aunt Ella May and said, can I come to Philadelphia? And of course, she embraced her sister. And Mom went to Philadelphia. So, they went to Philadelphia. So, and at the time, Aunt Ella May was married to Uncle Thomas. So, Aunt Ella May and Uncle Thomas, or I think it was Uncle Thomas who actually knew my dad. Had it not been for Aunt Ella May and Uncle Thomas, there would be no me, or you, or any of us. So, Aunt Ella May had been so profound in our lives from the beginning, with my mom following her to Birmingham, from Birmingham to Philadelphia, meeting my dad, and Uncle Thomas introducing them. And they were only going out a week, and they got married. I said, Mom, a week? She said, I think it was a week. I'm like, Mom, really? And I'm like, so you got married? Yes. Okay. They came to Delaware, to Wilmington, and I said, oh my God, thank God you didn't stay. And I said, why don't you go to Wilmington to get married? And she said, well, let me test. You can get married right away. In Wilmington. So, you know what she wanted?
They came here. Now my dad's 14 years older than my mother. I said, oh, Mom. 14 years, she said, oh, yeah, you was looking pretty good. I said, Mom, that is too much. Too much information. But my mom and dad, even through their struggles, she showed us what commitment is. It was all right. The one time that I can, and the only